Amy Hirschkron. I'm a member of the Disabilities Commission. We're just kind of a few speakers, and then we're going to cut the ribbon on the swing lift. And our first speaker today is Lori Blaisdell, who's the chair of the Disabilities Commission.
Hi, everybody. I'm very millennial today. I put it on my phone, and I forgot to even pull it up. First, I just want to make sure that I say what we wanted to say about the Disabilities Commission. Thank you all for coming. This is a long project and very exciting. We've been asked many, many times to help with the waterfront. We have a lot of sailors that would like to sail. Amy and Sue wanted to speak about the Disability Commission. The other thing I wanted to say is I don't know how we got this day. There's no rain, there's no high winds. Amazing. The Disability Commission is made up of 9 volunteers. We're behind the scenes a lot of the time. We're involved with many municipal projects like the elevator at the old townhouse, the renovations at Abbott Hall, the Brown School we just worked on, Fort Sewell, Devereux Beach, and the playground. We're currently working on the playground at Hobbs Field. We're also involved, and maybe a little pushy, about making accessible upgrades to the town like sidewalks and curb cuts. We are charged with monitoring the community to assure that when projects are done, they include accessibility. We are currently in the final stages of printing a handout listing all of the town's accessible locations, and that will be at the Chamber of Commerce and the information booth. Many of the commission members are now trained as community access monitors. So we've had professional training through the state, the Mass Office on Disability. We're available to help with private projects, which really tends to save a lot of money. One of the projects I can think of was Tedesco. They redid their whole front of their building and then found that their handicapped patrons couldn't access it properly, and it was very expensive to redo the hill. So getting in at the bottom level of a project is really the way to go. We help the town with new buildings and renovations of existing buildings. We're excited about every project that we're involved in and our goal to make Marblehead accessible. This harbor lift project is especially dear to our hearts. We put in a great deal of effort, and a special shout out goes to Amy and Sue for their part in the from bringing accessibility to Marblehead's waterfront. It is our hope that the lift will make boating easier for those living with a disability. We have many thanks to give, and Amy would like to do that honor.
But first, no, actually, that's me. I forgot.
You're Amy.
That's right, that's me. So I just wanted to give a little bit of backstory for Marblehead history of how this sling lift came to be. A citizen came to one of our meetings in November of 2020, which is like a little more than a year and a half ago, and said, I have a great idea. We should get a Hoyer lift, or it's a sling lift, on one of our docks, and I think I know some people who would donate the money. And I thought, oh, that sounds really interesting, so I volunteered to help her. So it became my project, and Sue Harris volunteered to help me. And it was a partnership made in heaven.
This goes up, and then you attach a sling to this that someone sits in, and then you pump it up, and then you move it out over the boat, pump it down, so you can lift people up. And that sling lives in there too. There's something else.
Well, when you QR code and put in your name and your number, it brings up a code to open the lock, so that it's secure at night and whatnot.
And we ask people to, when they're done, put the sling back in there and lock it. People can also bring their own sling if they want. A lot of people in wheelchairs have a lift at home, and they might want to bring their own sling, which will hook onto here just as easily.
I had a woman contact me yesterday. She has her own sling. She said, when can I use it?
That's very cool.
Like, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
I said, tomorrow.
So there are many, many people I would like to thank, and I wrote it down so I don't forget anybody. But first and foremost, the Mariner, who gave us the gift of this lift and some extra money for maintenance, and just made it extremely easy. There was no begging involved. So,
thank you.
I'd also like to thank Mark Souza, the harbor master. we were really excited to find out that he's as committed as we are to disability access to the waterfront, and it was easy and fun to work with him. And he's like been a every time we asked him a question, he had already thought about it. So it was really a joy. I would like to thank the Harbors and Waters Board who approved our proposal on the first go-round. Oh, thank you. I don't know if anyone here. I'd like to thank Donna Rice, who's my friend and dog walking neighbor, who I met and told her about this, and she said, I'd like to help with the publicity and fundraising, which is the part that Sue and I don't really excel at. And so she has been really helpful, and she also bought these wonderful buttons and the donuts and coffee. And thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank my nephew, Clay Hirschkron, who lives in Oregon, so you don't have to clap for him. But everybody my age needs a 24-hour tech support. And also my other friend and neighbor, Christine April, who looked at the website that I designed with Clay's help and said, I can make this look better, and she optimized it for a smartphone. And also Amy Malkoff, who's a really talented graphics designer in town, who I think is here.
Right here.
And she designed the sign on the dock and also the graphics for the button that I think the Disabilities Commission is gonna adopt as their logo now. So round of applause for Amy. And now, on to the harbor master, who will say a few words.
When I first came here 6 years ago, one of the first things I noticed throughout the harbor was the lack of access for all, not just for one type of individual. And it was just not ever thought about properly. So I started researching how and where and what we need to do, and learned a lot over those few years. And then when I met Sue and Amy, and they started explaining what the necessary things to do, how to do them, and what to do, it opened my eyes. And I can assure you, from my side of things as the harbor master for the community here, this is just the first to come, in many increases in access for everyone. It's been really enjoyable. I got to thank everybody. I got to thank my crew for all their work they did to install the equipment and facilitate getting it here. It's just been a joy to do, and I've been learning so much, and I hope to learn a lot more, that's for sure. And please, if I'm doing something that doesn't meet the standards, let me know. I have an open door policy most of the time. So everybody involved, from my entire staff, the fire department that came down, helped us train that first day we had it, Sue, Amy, the Disabilities Commission, who's been amazing to work with, and then the general public just giving me basic feedback on what needs to be done. This has been great, and I look forward to working with everybody on more projects to come. Thanks.
Jackie Feldbecker and Moses Prater are going to cut the ribbon on the Sling lift. So if you guys want to go over here and watch that happen, you are welcome to do so. And then it will be open for you to the public.